this is a flurry activity. I've just seen a very evil man, who you may know as Erik from Watain, walk into the room. He is still in the press gauntlet. I really hope he comes over in a second. But here he comes, yes. And here he is, Sweden's most evil man. And he's just shaking his head at me. And the internet, come along, Erik. Erik, how are you doing, man? Good to see you again. So how are you feeling?
I haven't really made up my mind yet, but we'll make this work.
We'll make this work. So how does it feel to be at the Kerrang Awards?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what I'm doing here, to be honest. Someone told me to get on a flight this morning. And yeah, it's a very busy weekend. We're going to Denmark tomorrow and on New York on Saturday, so I'm somewhere else right now, I suppose. But it's...
Yeah, but a night of partying with a few rock legends is, you know, it's a good night out. Sure.
I suppose. No, but it's good to be here. It's always good to be back in the UK. We got a lot of good people here.
So the last awards ceremony I know of you going to was the Swedish Grammy Awards, and apparently you got kicked out. Is this true?
So I heard.
What did you do?
I don't know. I think, it was at the Royal Opera House. It was pretty much, there was no other heavy metal band there. And I think pretty much we just did what we always did, but in that kind of context, it seemed so much more controversial, I suppose, or whatever. It wasn't all that bad, but there were some minor incidents with other people there, and I don't want to get into details, but simply put, it was just about old music industry gnomes and old scared people being uptight about things, I guess.
Well, that's no good. You won't have any of that here because it's the Kerrang Awards and everyone's really hammered already. So I saw you shaking your head as you walked over. I take it you got a look at the suit.
I like suits.
I see you dressed up for the occasion.
Always do.
So, and you guys have got a really busy summer ahead. You've got Denmark tomorrow. You've got Hellfest next weekend.
That's right.
A whole lot of other stuff. Like now you've become kind of the modern black metal band. How does it feel to actually be kind of invited to stuff like this and be headlining stages at festivals and things?
I think, black metal has been misrepresented for a little bit too long by people who didn't really had what it take to represent the genre righteously. And I think it's very good that there's a band like us taking that position, and actually proving that this is a form of very radical art. It is the devil of rock and roll, that we are representing, and I'm very proud and very honored to do that.
Cool. And so does it feel like you are, when you're coming to stuff like this, as a black metal musician, do you feel like it's their fault for inviting you, as at the Grammys, where, you got in trouble?
But, it doesn't really matter if it's a Grammy Award or if it's anything else, even if it's Wacken Open Air, there's always been a feeling of being a wolf among sheep with Watain. And I think there's something very beautiful in that, and I think that's also a reason why we even get invited to these things. People are fascinated by wolves, and they are scared of them at the same time. They look at them in reverence, and they look at them with a little bit of almost, contempt born out of fear. And it's just interesting. It's a social experiment that I find quite interesting, and usually it makes people a little bit awkward, but I'm not a particularly awkward kind of guy myself.
No, you're one of the most confident men I've ever met. So if you were going to give a Kerrang Award to a legend, if you were going to give a sort of lifetime achievement salute to anyone, if you could have anyone flown here, who would you give an award to tonight?
Well, it would be hard because all of the ones that I can think of are dead, but definitely to Quorthon of Bathory and to Jon Nødtved of Dissection, who were two of the greatest metal artists of our times, ever. And
of course, Quorthon 10 years gone this last week.
That's right. And you know how it is with unique artists, unique talents. They never really get recognition until about 100 or 200 years later, which perhaps is the way things should be. I don't know.
Cool. Well, Erik, thank you very much, and I look forward to partying with you later on. Cheers, man. I'll see you soon.